the music world that we see now did not always exist. And obviously in slavery, we had the drinking gourd where we use songs to help us to get to freedom and to tell messages to tell us, huh?
Explain the drinking gourd. What are you talking about?
Basically like a cassava or a some type of like a melon,
A vessel,
or
a vessel, a container.
yeah,
A vessel?
once you dug it out, it became a vessel that you could put water in
Okay.
and hold water in that vessel. They dry it out, but it was basically like a pumpkin or some kind of like that.
Yeah.
And they would use it as a utensil.
Yeah, I'm just wondering. I don't know if that would work for my Jack Daniels. I probably couldn't get my.
No, bro. No. No, you can't do that.
All right.
But that drinking gourd was really talking about the Big Dipper and being able to look in the sky. And so instead of calling it the Big Dipper, they called it the drinking gourd because it had the same shape. Okay. And so people, as long as you followed that Big Dipper where it was, and if they told you how to get out, you look to that direction at night, you could get where you needed to go. So and the North Star and some of the other things. So celestial navigation, just enough, but they couldn't say all that. No. They had to have a way to cover it, and that was in our songs. I know when I was in Africa, a lot of times you would see them in those movies where they were, where they would be carrying the white man or whatever, whatever like that. And a lot of those songs, I met some guys that they said those songs that sometimes they would be singing, they were not, if they knew what they were saying, they would have never.
We're gonna cook us a white man. We're gonna get the water hot.
If they knew what they were saying in those songs, yeah, they had me cracking up because they said, yeah, those things happen, but people had no idea what they were saying in those songs. So we have always had messages and things in our music. I feel like now in this day and age now, there's messages in there now, but they're not a message for us to gain anything. Mm-hmm. They're like the drill music. They're a message for you to understand, I just killed this guy, or I killed 5 or 6 people over there in their hood, and I don't like them. But there ain't anything in there for us to educate us. Not like even when you look at Public Enemy and even Queen Latifah with UNITY and that things that they were talking about, there's that element of educating us in our through music. That's a loss. That's almost totally gone.
You mentioned when you were in Africa. I mean, something that really gets to me, that's a beautiful thing that I can just turn on anytime. Like James mentioned, he could turn on Michael Jackson and it just almost instantly the good feeling, the good vibes. I looked up onto a video of it's a African drum song. It lasts about 7-8 minutes. Beautiful video all the way through, from the cutting down of the tree to the gourding of the trunk to the shaping of the conga drum and the playing of it all through the song with perfect African dance. They had the dance battles amongst themselves. And if the young people could see those on a regular basis and get the feeling from those, that's what we should be doing.
That got lost in Nigeria because when I was there, their TV, it was very raw and it was very village based. So a lot of the shows that would come on, you would hear that music all the time. There was always some drum battle, or that the drum was still, all of that was on their television. And now Nollywood has become very
Americanized.
Americanized.
Yeah.
Man.
It's not even funny. So look at what's happened to us here in our things that have changed our culture. Their stuff is just it's come to them too, because they wanted. When I was there, they knew pleasure. They had pleasure music. When I came back, I was telling them, I said, "Hey man, they listen to you in Nigeria."
Wow.
They have our music. They love us. They're listening to us, but we have to be careful what we're exporting. Yeah. Look at what we exported. Look at what we exported.
Okay.
Well, you all know that you know the jazz genre is all over the
All the,
place.
yeah.
And, you know, I mean,
Mhm.
jazz is a special music for me.
An original American
It's really special.
creation.
It's a special
Original
American
American.
classical music. American classical
Yeah,
music.
I don't
Classical,
care
right?
what,
Classical, yes.
you know, and you
And
know, it's
Europeans consider them classical composers.
yeah, yeah, and you know, I think about all of the you know, all of the artists that jazz musicians and the sort of things that they have brought to our society. I'm talking about they have brought sanity. You know, because in a world that's all messed up the way our world is, you can put some jazz pieces on, and boy, you can zone out. I don't have to have no drugs or no alcohol or nothing to listen to Wes Montgomery. Wes Montgomery, boy, what? Ooh, you know, I mean,
Google that.
you
Google
know,
that.
Google that. Yeah.
Wes
Google
Montgomery.
that. Right. Right.
Tell 'em,
you know, I
James.
mean, you can put them pieces on that, and they're timeless. That's what's so.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care when they were written, or you know, they're timeless. You can put that stuff on. You can go to church on this jazz
Now,
stuff.
it's when I was living in San Francisco, right down the street was the Church of Saint John Coltrane.
Oh my goodness, yes,
And I
Lord.
went into that church. Hey, man, because that there, John Coltrane, I'm serious,
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
love
yeah,
supreme, love. I mean, Google that, y'all.
yeah.
You can sit, and that's what's missing for them. They don't have jazz.
Mhm,
It's
yeah.
been robbed of them, so they don't even know what it is even to listen to it. I can't. You're right. I think if they listen to John Coltrane or some Wes Montgomery,
Oh man,
a lot
woo.
of things can change.
Yeah, yeah.
That's because it made you internalize that music and make it what you needed to heal you,
Yeah,
heal you.
man, I could put on Les McCann. I could put on Les. What you talking about?
Oh,
Boy,
wow.
you know, I could just go.
Yeah.
I could go through my whole deal, and I would need nothing except that, you know,
No, I hear you. I hear
Eddie
you.
Harris and Les McCann.
Oh, Eddie Harris. Oh,
You know,
Okay.
oh yeah.
Cannonball Adderley. Come on,
I
Cannonball
know.
Adderley.
I'm getting excited now. Just stop, man.
Come on.